89.7 Power FM. We are on the phone right now with Chris and Bomani from the band Hello Revolution. How you guys doing today?
Hey, good morning.
Man, it is so good to hear from you guys. We've been playing your song Collide on the station, and it's a sweet song. But before we get into talking about you guys as a band, we've got a little bit of a debate between me and Kindel here.
It's a morning show debate, so we need you to weigh in on this for some expert advice.
Scientists have discovered a spider that when it needs to go faster than normal, it will cartwheel.
It's a new species, and here's the debate. Taylor is terrified of this cartwheeling spider.
It is horrifying.
And I think it's hilarious. So what do you think about a cartwheeling spider?
Bomani, did you think that would be the first question?
That's what you prep for, right?
Absolutely.
I actually heard about you talking about this earlier. I don't know. I'd have to see the video on it.
Okay.
I don't know. It sounds kind of creepy, but it's not over here, yo, is it?
It's not. It's in, I don't know.
It's in Morocco, so at this point, it's only a matter of time.
Something
Okay, then that's funny. If it's here, then it's not funny.
Okay.
If it can creep into your house and cartwheel in your backyard, maybe not so funny. Taylor's freaking out over there.
So scary.
Our kids might like it.
Yeah, I know my kids won't. They're scared of their shadows.
Awesome. Well, now that we've gotten your insight on spiders, let's move on to you guys as a band. You are new to the Power FM family, so just share a little bit about what Hello Revolution's all about.
What we're all about, I think our name says it all, is that we're wanting to introduce people, say hello to the ultimate revolution, which is Jesus Christ. That's part of our mission, is one, to introduce people to Jesus and what he's done for us. And then two is to provide those moments in music or in our testimonies that people say, I want to accept Jesus into my life. And then the third thing for us is really to then empower people to go out and give that experience to others in that same way. And that's what we're all about, through music, through our everyday lives, our testimony, through our families and our kids, the work that we do. That's it right there, man.
You guys put out an album in 2008, and then you've more recently put out a single or two in the last couple of years. So what was going on with you guys in between that time span?
You know, in the music world, that 7 years is kind of an eternity.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, life, children, growth. There are a lot of things that are coming that have a lot of influence from the new music, which all of the things that we've learned through the lessons that God has given to us through our marriages and through our children. God knows, and I'll say it again, our children.
See, children is a good excuse for any lapse in time between music. I'm going to throw that out there. A lapse in anything, kids, good go-to answer.
That's why you have kids, right? For excuses?
Right. Well, for excuses, Taylor, they are life-enriching beings.
I'm not a parent yet, so I can say that.
We're just cultivating our families and getting recharged, ready to write about these new experiences.
That's great to always kind of take a little time there. And so one of the songs that you've got coming out is, we love it. It's called Collide. We've been playing it on the station. And what is kind of the story behind how that one came together?
I think this song, again, just represents so much of what we're about. This song is really a statement about what happens when we encounter Christ. If we're lost, then we become found in him. If we're troubled, then we find peace in his presence. And so it's epic. We love doing music that's very big and epic because that's what God is. That's what his Son and the Holy Spirit is. They're very big and epic. So we wanted to create something that just had this overwhelming power behind it, just to give that moment of, hey, look, this is what it's like in the presence of Jesus. Run into his arms, and when our hearts collide with his, this is what can happen. It's got a very deep purpose and meaning for us, and we're being affected by it just in our lives as well. So it's a tremendous blessing, and again, our hope is just that people are brought to a moment in this song where they say, I want my heart to meet yours, because he is right there waiting for you, and so all you have to do is collide with him.
Once again, we are on the phone with Chris and Bomani from Hello Revolution, and we'll be back with more from them in just a little bit, but in the meantime, here's that song now. It's Collide on Power FM. 89.7 Power FM. That was Hello Revolution with Collide. And we're actually on the phone right now with the guys from that band. It's Chris and Bomani. We've been chatting with them a little bit this morning.
We have a question for you guys, if that's okay.
Okay. I've never answered a question on my own interview before. This is exciting.
It's not about spiders.
Okay, good. You are free to ask then.
Instead of cartwheeling spiders, what about backflipping spiders?
Wait, no! I think that's worse.
You know, when people ask us questions about where your style is going and what do you think your music sounds like, honestly, we don't know.
Yeah.
It's hard to have an answer for that. We just go with whatever we're feeling in that moment. We just go with it, and the music that needs to surround that message, regardless if it sounds folky or whatever, we're going to put it to it to bring the best moment out of it. But we want to ask you guys, what does it sound like to you?
You know, the first thing I thought when I heard it was Imagine Dragons.
Awesome. Really?
Which, and so that's, I love Imagine Dragons.
Well,
so that's...
my first immediate reaction was that this sounds very relevant to the times. Like, this is what people are listening to, and it's what people really, really love to hear right now. So I was excited that you guys sent it to us because I feel like it's a really great addition to the lineup that we have going. Yeah. And I think a lot of people are just going to love it.
Because Kindel and I our tastes kind of branch. I like the stuff that leans more in the pop direction, and Kindel likes the stuff that leans more in the heavy direction, and this one was kind of like the marriage of the two for us.
Oh, nice.
Awesome.
Nice.
I know that you guys were working on this EP. Is being produced by Brad Knight, and he's actually from Dallas.
Right there.
Yeah. How did you guys get connected with Brad?
It's through our manager, Kelly Sherrill.
Who is also from the Dallas area.
There you go. It's a small world after all.
No, we know both of those guys fairly well.
Kelly, she's kind of of Irish descent. She's a ball of fire.
She is. That is true.
Yep.
I tell you what, if doors are closed, she certainly just runs through them. So
she is like everything you would want in a promoter, I feel like.
She is, and absolutely. She's how we got connected with Brett. She actually babysits his kids sometimes. She was telling us about him, like, he's really great and this and that. We're like, okay, yeah, sure. And we heard some of his stuff and we're like, what?
Yeah, he's produced, we were looking through his resume and he has produced some crazy awesome stuff. So that's awesome that you guys were able to connect with him.
I love that you guys use both of them because it makes you guys feel like almost like a hometown band to us, even though you're not from Dallas at all.
I tell you what, guys, we definitely are coming out there soon. I would say in the summertime, once school is out, we are going to make our way there to Brad's studio, and we would love to be able to come in and hang out with you guys.
Man, that'd be awesome. What I really want to know, when you guys do stuff live, because it's just the two of you kind of as the official band members, do you just do the two of you live, or do you kind of bring in some extra guys to fill in the sound?
Do you kick it White Stripe style, or
White Stripe?
Just because they had the two-member band, not any relation to the music style.
Only band with two members.
Who uses their name anymore?
Me.
Besides Kindel, right? I would like to go more Lord style.
Okay.
Lord. I guess that's a more relevant to the times analogy.
Also a small setup, but closer to the sound.
We can always bring in other musicians that God is bringing to us along this journey to fill out the sound, and the ultimate is to have a full band to really, really just touch on all cylinders, you know?
Yeah.
Years ago, when we first started the band, it was my brother and I, and we're both vocalists. We don't play instruments. And we're like, let's do a show.
Do you sing to the karaoke?
Do that. And so here we are, two guys, two vocalists up there, and we did our first show, and we just played the track behind us.
Awesome.
And we sang over top of it. And I tell you what, it didn't matter because we were so sold out and passionate and going crazy over it, and it was about the message, and people loved it.
When you've got the small lineup, you really kind of have to own it when you're up there.
When the music is real and it means something to you, then a vocalist or a musician, man, you can really, really put yourself into it and really lose yourself and really capture what God is really trying to say to you.
Once again, we are on the phone with Chris and Bomani from Hello Revolution. We've got their song Collide playing on the station. And guys, what's the best way folks can get in touch with you?
Well, our phone number is...
Personal cell phone.
I'll tell you what, guys, that's the one thing, again, that we love is just connecting with everyone. And we're all the way over here in Orlando, Florida. If you want to come out to Disney World, we'll treat you. So come on over. But we're obviously on Facebook. Facebook.com/Hello Revolution. We're also on Twitter at Hello Revo, REVO. Whatever you guys can do, come on our website, HelloRevo.com, and we just want to connect. We'll talk to everybody. We love to hear people's stories and things that they're going through, because that gives us inspiration and different things to touch on in our music.
Guys, it's been so much fun catching up with you today. Thanks for calling in.
Love you guys. Thank you so much.